Would you guys look at this absolute monstrosity, homemade, foot-long, party Italian sub? Oh yeah, a big old family recipe, homemade family sub. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Sean's first time eating. To get to this point, we have had an evening. My God, have we had an evening. So many steps, so many ingredients, but is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Let me work it.
The person responsible for this one today, Decrepit Spice. We got a two-page recipe that was sent to me, the world famous, in all caps.
You did it! Congratulations! World's best cup of coffee. Great job, everybody.
Decrepit chicken. Decrepit donated to the show. He sent me this family recipe, and like I said, we've had a day. We started off and we cooked some chicken thighs. He wanted chicken breasts. I go thighs. I'm a thigh man when I can pick. Plus I had these delicious ones in my fridge. We did that. We cooked them up, nice and tender, just a little bit of salt. I got these quality 12-inch French rolls from the baker, snagged those, sliced them open, put them in the oven, and got them nice and toasty. While that chicken was cooking, I took my brand new knife from Nick Riley, which was, this thing's amazing. I quartered about 15 to 20 pepperoni slices. As I'm telling you this, by the way, I'm reading line for line as is what he wants me to do and what I did. I diced tomato roughly, parentheses, give him the business. So I gave him the business. I diced up some mushrooms roughly. I cut olives a bit. He prefers Kalamata. I prefer Castelvetrano. They're the best olives on the planet, so I use those. A little slicey, a little chop. Then I combine the chicken, the pepperoni, the mushrooms, the olives, the tomato, and then 2 cheeses. Can I tell you about the forearm workout? I'm still shook. I did yellow cheddar cheese grated. He wrote maybe 3 ounces, so I did, that's a lot of effing cheese. So I did 3 ounces, and then grated parm, maybe 2 ounces. I did 2 ounces. So I put all of that in an oven-safe dish, mixed that up so it all kind of crammed in there nicely, added some Duke's Mayo to kind of give it a little bit of that like, almost like a pasta salad or a potato salad consistency. Hand mixed that. Then we threw that in the oven to get that nice and hot. We took our sub rolls out, we lightly mayoed those sides, both of them, and then we packed the mix in the bread, leaving room for chopped lettuce on top. Then we wrapped it in foil, and then we put it back in the oven to get hot and to all get to know each other for 5 minutes. After that, we're basically here. We opened the foil, we added the lettuce, the red wine vinegar, a little bit of oregano, a little bit of basil, a little bit of salt. He said there is a lot of room for improv on this one. I normally do it all in my oversized toaster oven, and with some foil, you could probably do it in the air fryer, and you probably need to judge the amount of the ingredients like an adult. Or write the recipe like an adult. Thank you, Decrepit Spice. All right. There's nothing I'm Shawnee 2 sandwiches. I'm Shawnee effing sandwiches. So you know for a fact I was gonna love this. This just took so much time to get to this point. Let's see if it's worth it. I am Shawnee 2 sandwiches, so I made 2 foot-long sandwiches. This one's for Allie. She's not gonna eat all this. I just cut this little party portion that you'd like grab at a Super Bowl party for Allie.
It's worth it.
Allie smashed the whole thing. It was good. I heard her over there crunching and munching, and I was like, please like it. You got about 9 inches left if you want it.
I'm not a sandwich person. This was incredible.
Oh, wow. And you don't even like pepperonis.
I don't.
Damn, I'm very excited that you liked it because I feel like I was cooking all day.
Like, the bread is fine, but the bread is the worst part. I don't know what magic stuff you put in there, but it is so damn good.
Okay, great.
This 180'd my day because I was having a rough
work day, rough mental day, and just bam. All right, well, Decrepit Spice, I should just end the video and not even eat it. Truly. Will you take 1 bite on camera?
I mean, I'm covered in mayonnaise and crumbs.
That's what she said.
Please hold while I wash my hands.
At one point, I had to take a break from grating cheese because Lionel was looking at me in the cutest way and like the sun was coming through the window. So I just like went over and nerded out with him. You want attention? I'm gonna attempt. See, I got Nick's dope ass knife, so it went through no problem at all. What do we say in homemade sandwich? I knew Allie probably really liked it too because it had so much olives in it. Like his recipe called for a few olives. I used 15. Because when I see olives in a recipe, I go for it.
To be honest, I think the olive choice that you made was like the most genius choice.
I grabbed the Kalamatas and then I put them back and I said, no, I'm using Castelventranos.
I mean, it was so freaking good.
All right, good, I improv'd correctly.
It was like, you know when you like dream of a sub sandwich and like, or at least when I have dreamed of a sub sandwich, I always think that like I hate to say it, like I want to love Subway and it's just always garbage. It smells so good when you walk past it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you eat it and it tastes nothing like it smells. This is that dream.
Wow. Hey, Happy, can I get one of those?
Coming right up.
Decrepit Spice, thanks for donating. Oh my God. Oh my God, that mixture.
Right?
All right, it was worth it grating cheese for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow. You're right, it's such a sloppy but oh my God, it's so good.
It's so good. I'm like shocked how good it is. I kind of wish it was on like maybe like a Jimmy John's, like.
I think the toasted bread is really fun and that crunch is like crazy, but I almost prefer a sandwich like this in a like barely toasted bread. Because when you put it in the oven, then out the oven, then in the oven.
Thank you. I'm glad that you had to say all those words just to come around to what I said from the start.
Boom. Roasted.
Let's take a bite together.
Okay, so is this my half?
No, you go get yours. This is like why you know that I'm serious about a relationship with Allie and not gonna hit the highway. This recipe called for jalapenos and I 100% substituted them for nothing.
Thank you.
Just so it's not too spicy for Allie. I'll make this next time with like habaneros.
Yeah, you have some in the fridge. In this bread, it just like oozes out. It doesn't stay in.
Right, still works great. Super fun on the crunch cam.
Like,
Wow.
I wonder if a wrap would have been good. Mm-hmm. Like, the bread, I feel like is just in the way.
I took a fork out and had some just like, almost like pasta salad when I
Yeah.
tried it. And I was like, I could eat this just at a party on my plate.
Right? Like, do I want it on a cracker?
Yeah, you really don't even need it on the bread.
The mushrooms are great. The whole combination.
There's such a creaminess to it. Like right away, you get like the cheese and the mayo, and then the mushrooms and like the pepperonis come through. The consistency of yesterday, we called it the innards. The consistency is so perfect. Like Decrepit, you nailed that.
One final well done. Good job.
Like I'm telling you right now, my endorsement of this like doesn't matter. I like so many things. I love sandwiches. The fact that this got Allie to do and say everything she just did and said should win the day. Like truly, she like, I'll make sandwiches. Like, I don't care about sandwiches. What a day. I can just hear the crunch back there. She left the set, but is like just standing behind the talent, well, barely talented. The barely talented and crunching and munching.
I can't stop eating it. You did a really good job.
I mean,
Thank you for the form.
I'll be honest, he wrote this recipe beautifully. Like, I kind of was giving him shit for like how it was like a little bit of this, some of this. I was like, I don't know.
But that's what cooking is.
It really is. It's like,
Cooking is like a little
using
bit of,
your
like-
brain to kind of be like, well, let me eyeball this and see.
And like what you know. I think that's why, you know, like cooking is an art. You get to like customize it to like your preferences versus baking is a science. Like
Ooh.
you have to use the correct amount of proportions or something won't rise.
Damn, that's just smart.
So shout out to him writing the recipe that way. I do think it's a very underrated skill. It's just so good.
I can't believe I made you a 12-inch sandwich and you might eat it all. Going in hot.
Well done.
Wow. He's rounding first. Imagine eating this sandwich at a restaurant. You couldn't.
Also, the chicken thighs was also the right call.
I know. I don't know why people won't make the jump to chicken thighs. I don't know if it's just like in their head or like they're so much better.
Is there a price difference?
I mean, maybe chicken breasts are the cheapest part of the chicken, but like it can't be that much more expensive. It's so much better. More fat or whatever, but at what cost? A little break from the crunch to give thanks, a super thanks to the people that super thanked the web series in yesterday's video. Keep in mind, you get a shout out the next day when you click the super thanks and you donate to the show right on the videos. Super easy to do. First up, Midwest Slice of Life. Yesterday's donor, and then donated today after he watched the video, Mr. Justin Hazard. Pop pies, pop pies, pop pies. Once again, I think the most donations per day in like the last 10 days of me doing this, Darcy Deming. And finally, my brother over there in Michigan, Mr. Chris Oren. Hit the super thanks. I love each and every one of you for doing that. It goes such a long way for me to be able to spend so much time in the kitchen making this and then sitting down and editing for 3 hours. It's a lot of work, and I appreciate you so much. You're making my breaking point pushed a few more weeks. Mr. Decrepit Spice, A+ to you, good sir. Great recipe, way to write it out, way to allow me to improvise and kind of get here. I think this is amazing. The Venmo, the Cash App, the PayPal. If anybody else wants to donate to the show, maybe you have a recipe, maybe you have a food you want me to go get, maybe you got a thing from the grocery store that you want me to try before you get it, or maybe when you like, donate to the show. A new video for every single donation that comes in as we go on. We're coming up, we're approaching the goal, the finish line right now, like the checkpoint, 6 straight months of videos. I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you guys are having an amazing Tuesday evening. Love ya, miss ya. Wouldn't wanna No, I'd kiss him. The world famous Decrepit Chicken Sandwich up. The world famous Decrepit Chicken Sandwich down. It's really good.
Would you have left if it didn't go right? Would you stay with me through the cold nights? Would you give me ever or give me advice? Would you pay attention or tell me the price? Cause if you left then it wouldn't feel right. Can you stay with me through the cold nights? Don't need ever think I'm needing some advice.